Hey everybody, it's Glenn back with another Clash Royale analysis video. This one was a wild one that came from the Legendary Ladies Draft Challenge, the 12-win challenge that Clash Royale currently has going on in Season 9. This one was about getting my opponent to do something that they probably shouldn't have done in order to win this game, because as you're going to see, that was pretty much the only way we were going to win this game. So it's a draft. You can see exactly what I picked, and maybe you would have picked something different. So let's go through them. I decided that I could deal with Goblin Cage, so I decided to go with Elixir Collector. I want Royal Giant. I'll take the Rascals over the Knight, and this one I was a little stuck on. I decided to go with Cannon Cart because I play Cannon Cart a lot, and there will be a way I can deal with E-Barbs, whether it's using Royal Giant or something else, but I had a feeling I had a okay feeling about dealing with E-Barbs. So they bring out Cage to start, and I really don't have anything that I thought I could just play, so Cart's the most familiar to me. Let's just go, and I'm bringing Royal Giant now because sometimes these games in draft get decided in the first few seconds. They bring in E-Barbs, and we get a couple shots on the tower, but this is looking really, really tight. And they have a massive push with Lumberjack. And I really thought I was going to lose the tower. Now, you may have seen that I have arrows. Yes, I have arrows here. But the reason I didn't want to use arrows is because I have not seen all of their lineup. Now, they know because they gave me arrows in the draft. They gave me arrows, so they know that I have it. They may not think that I have it at this specific moment, but they know that it's gonna be in the cycle at some point. So I really don't want to reveal it. Plus, let's say Princess is not the only thing I'm having to worry about. Maybe they have Barrel. Maybe they have Skeleton Army or Minion Horde or something that is going to require using arrows at a different time. So that's why I didn't use arrows at this point. And yes, it really did risk losing the tower, but I was fine with it at this point. So we just bring minions. They bring in gang. They do just enough to stop them from doing considerable damage. And now I'm down to less than 500. So time to regroup. We think about what to do next. And they bring in Cage on the right side. So this is very interesting here. You may see this if you're running up in the ranks and trying to figure out, okay, what's my opponent going to do? Because you really have to anticipate what your opponent's going to do. The reason they put the Cage on the right is because, well, they think, and if you look at it, they have a rocket. They think they have enough to take down the tower on the left, which they do. It may not be one rocket, but it will definitely be, there's plenty of time to run a couple of rockets that they cycle through. That you have to recognize if you're playing someone on these levels, because you have to make the decision at this point. Do you move all of what you're working on toward the right side, or do you just try to continue going on the left side and figure out what to do? Figure out what you're going to do in order to get that left side tower. Because at any point, and I don't know this because they haven't used the rocket yet, at any point they can take down the tower, and then they have all that space to work on for stopping whatever push that I have going forward. So it's just something to keep in mind here. By putting Cage on the right side, they've already signaled, hey, I can take down your tower anytime I want. So I'm going after the next tower. So by answering that, I was like, okay, you know what? Because you've put down Cage and you have to wait, I'll just put down Elixir Collector right now and just get some Elixir for free. But they bring in Rocket and take it out. So now I know. Now I know at this point that they can win the tower on the left. So it's up to me to either make the decision to go to the right side or keep that push on the left. And you know what? I figured I had enough to at least do it on the left side. So I'm going for it. I'm play cart. And here comes the escapee. But Rascals, I'm going to play them in the up at the river or the split of the cake. And we stop the princess there, and they just stopped Cart from getting to the tower. They put in a cage. They were really worried about the Rascals. And this would be a time to go, but I was really hesitant because I want to make sure that when I go, I have the opportunity to strike multiple times. This now comes down to, can I get Royal Giant onto the tower to take it down? That's really the only thing left. I know that they are going to take down the tower. They're going to take down my tower. But can I take down their tower? That's what's come down to in this situation here. I kind of also have an idea of what I want them to do, but it hasn't come later. So I'm going to stop the lumberjack, and I bring in Cart. So I'm figuring this is an opportunity to make a push, and let's just see what they're going to come up with as an answer for Cart. And then they bring in E-barbs. So now at this point, yes, I have enough to stop the E-barbs. I can bring in Rascals to kind of front the Ice Wiz and make sure he's safe. We can stop Princess with arrows. But now there's something else in the back of my mind, is that, okay, I have 46 seconds left and I still have not brought out Royal Giant. There's something I need them to think about doing, and I don't know if it's going to work. And that idea is to use Elixir Collector, which makes absolutely no sense in this situation. I got to be putting cards down, but you'll see what I'm talking about at this point. So I bring in Rascals to just get in front of the Ice Wiz. We stop Princess. That's the goal. Okay, now this is the opportunity to bring in Royal Giant right here. I have 3 anti-airs, the 2 Rascal girls, with a front of the Rascal boy and Ice Wiz, who's fully healthy. This is an opportunity to get that last elixir and bring in Royal Giant, and we'll make the push right now. But they just bring out Royal Cage. They bring out Goblin Cage at this point. So there's no point in bringing out Royal Giant. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I got to make them. They're going to use a rocket. What if I bring out Elixir Collector just to see if they'll use the rocket on that? Because if they do, then that's the opportunity to go, and then we can possibly try to get the tower on the left. If they don't, I get Elixir for free, and we can get more troops on the board. So that was kind of the idea that was going through in my mind. I didn't think it was going to work, but I was like, okay, they're bringing Cage. Let's just bring in Elixir Collector right now on the bottom right and see if they're going to take the bait. And they did. Which means now I can bring in Royal Giant. They've used 6. They're down to almost no Elixir. We can bring in minions to stop them. They bring in Princess. If I can get arrows in time, we'll be fine. But it didn't matter anyways. He took down the tower. And I can't believe we did just enough to win this game. So they saw the Elixir Collector and they were like, oh, I have to stop this. I can't let my opponent get extra elixir when all they had to do was just use a rocket on the tower, and they win the game. So my hunch of getting them to use the rocket at a time when really they shouldn't have wanted to use it there. They should have just said, okay, I'm gonna let it go. Let me just use the rocket on the Princess Tower, and I'm gonna get my tower, and then we'll figure out what to do from there. If it's 1-1 or we win the game. But they didn't. That was the opportunity to go, and we got the win. So that was really, it was just a really wild game, because yes, I shouldn't not have won this. But sometimes you can put your opponent in situations where they just do weird things and you end up with the win. So this was a fun one. Thanks for watching. I'll just end it right here. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe button wherever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.